And yeah, I'm still setting up, still checking volumes, still trying to figure out the best way to do this. You know, um, me and the boys, we do dinner and a video game, and
Good morning, everybody.
we already did the video game. Um, Wanted to hop back on and demo a little bit of chess for y'all. But we in the middle of eating. How's that sandwich, bro?
Pretty good, pretty good.
Pretty good. It ain't better than Popeyes.
Yeah, it's great. It's great.
I know Chick-fil-A. I can't. That's what I haven't bought in a while. Is the Chick-fil-A sauce. I might have to get a bottle of that Chick-fil-A sauce. I know they sell it at the market, so that'll take it to a Chick-fil-A level, right?
Yeah.
But that sauce we use there is who is that? Uncle Ray, Daddy Ray's chicken sauce we use, and it's not too hot. I got that hot cheese sauce on it.
It's good. I actually think the sauce is actually hotter.
The sauce is actually hotter than the cheese and the I use the what's the name peppers on there. You know, as y'all can hear, I'm logging out of Animal Crossing so that I can log into the chess game because I was waiting to sell my turnips, but the guy never hit me back to come to his island and sell the turnips. He had them at a good price too. So, you know, is he discriminating against me? Maybe. You know what I mean? I keep my page open now. I don't, you know what I mean? But that'd be kind of petty to not invite somebody to their page. In fact, I'm gonna go to my thing because I'm really not passing it off to you.
Still eat it.
I know that's why I said I'm not passing it off to you. I'm just, showing what it's about, how it's done, you know, and because like I was explaining to you, and even to Daddy's college friends, right? Because my man Mike hit me on the side about the Kendrick and what's his name, Drake beef or whatever, right? Their fight, their disagreement, their battle, and my reaction was generally what he expected. Like who is Drake? I don't listen to him. Like I studied Kendrick Lamar's first three albums. Well, three of his. He has more than three albums, and it wasn't his first album. But I talked about this before. Um, I do kind of I rank them Section 80, and then To Pimp a Butterfly, and then Mad City or whatever it's called. Good Kid, Mad City is the name of the third album, and I think Good Kid was up for an Oscar, and he lost it out to a fake rapper. I don't even know if do they even mention that kid anymore that he lost to. But I back then I was saying I was pointing out that the kid he even acknowledged that he was an LGBTQIA plus Black Lives Matter kid, and I was back then I was saying that's a political ideology. That's not the culture. The culture is something completely different, and is what they kind of forcing on us to be the culture, and is whack. You know. Yeah, I allow my son to have his own YouTube page. He's 12 years old now, but I play the games and everything with him, and I do see the groomers, and the groomers are bad people. All right, it's just keeping it 100. It is. Don't teach him heteronormativity as a psychological ideology, like it's some real high levels psychiatric psychology that only a doctor in psychology could understand, which any person with a doctorate in psychology, and the battle won't last long when it comes to my tautological epistemology. referring to philosophy, and therein is the hypocrisy, right? Because I've already outlined that the Ten Commandments supersedes all these constitutional changes that they're doing, you know, with political policies that is diversity, inclusion, and equity. Just keeping it 100 with you. And yeah, these are talks that I should be having with my son because he's learning about George Washington, right? And did they tell you the story of George Washington cutting down the cherry tree?
Nah, just my kind of knows that story.
Well, that was history 101 when I was in elementary school, where they, you know, fibbed, or you know, but it's really to make him legendary, you know, make George Washington legendary. And I didn't have a problem with it. All right, cool. He told the truth, and that's why he was the first Boy Scout. He embodied being trustworthy and telling that his dad that he cut down his cherry tree or whatever. So that's not the problem. People want to say that was the problem. That's not the problem. The problem is that he was the first president. What was the political party that he was in? Because we're talking about a time before political parties, but there was a Congress already in place. It was and I'm putting quotes around a Congress in place. There was already a colonialism in place, right? So there was already a quote unquote leader of the 13 colonies before George Washington became the president of the United States. That's the history that they don't tell, and we have knowledge of it. So that's why we share what has evolved from Carter G. Woodson being the first Black historian to say, "Hey, seek the truth. Who are the foundational Black Americans?" And that's what a lot of the quote unquote Black media. And I don't have a problem with the Black media. I love them, but we are up against an artificial intelligence that's going to do what the programmers tell it to do, and the programmers all they're going to do is continue to tell them to practice racism in the form called white supremacy, which is a psychological ideology that they're trying to create an anti-racism around it, but all the computer is going to do is practice either anti-white racism or anti-Black racism. So that's why a lot of content that is quote unquote Black power, like Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, Kwame Ture, Martin Luther King, gets attacked as being the wrong political ideology for the children.
There are the right one?
And that also includes fatherhood, just basic fatherhood. And hey, you're teaching your children heteronormativity. Like that's a no under the rights of LGBTQIA plus Black Lives Matter, diversity, inclusion, and equity. Now, all you can do is write down what I just said, and then measure your logic in what's really going on in this country with the political ideologies. And a lot of Black men are speaking against Biden and his policies, which caused this influx of no, you can't have Black fatherhood, you can't have Black Boy Scouts, you can't have Black, like anything Black is anti-Black.
I'm going to the bathroom.
So,
you
we'll be back on the stream on 7. You know what I mean? And I did this because I really don't care about learning how to play chess. Like I was going to have my son demo how to play chess, and Big John really don't. That's not what y'all tuning in for. Y'all not tuning in for this either. This lecture on the political policies that's actually destroying our communities, So we find ourselves in an ice cube fashion talking about we're behind enemy lines. I'm not behind enemy lines. I'm in my country, in America, right? I have roots that trace back to Black indigenous people, and I share that information with my son, and he should be proud of it. False pride is have more pride in their history when it's Christopher Columbus discovered America, right? So now we want to completely erase Christopher Columbus from when no, we understand the truth. He didn't discover America. He was Italian actually, and now there's a coalition of there's no difference between an Italian and a Spaniard. No, one is Latino, one is Hispanic. Hence, that's the same issue that we have going on with opening the borders like this, because you just invited another war on our lands between the Hispanics and the Latinos and the people that was already here, the Black indigenous people that was already here before them, in helping to build the foundational Black America. And then we're the ones being called the racists.
Ziggy.
So
SAT prep word of the day.
Thank you, son. See,
Ziggy.
He's not helping.
Forget it.
You know. But change the subject because, they live in fear. We don't live in fear. I am not afraid. Today, I give myself permission to be all that I can be. New fields of divine activity now open for me. Unexpected doors fly open. Unexpected channels are now free. My mind is focused and directed towards my victory. I now create what I need using divine energy. Good things come to me easily, in peace, and at the right time. That is a hip-hop affirmation given to us by Mother Parker. And I share it with y'all. And hopefully y'all gain some kind of knowledge, wisdom, and understanding from it. And stop lying and pursue freedom, justice, and equality. And instead of pursuing diversity, inclusion, and equity. And all you're doing is oppressing heteronormativity, whatever that is. All right? So y'all have a good evening.
We're playing spins.
We're going to play some... I don't know how long we're going to... it's a pinball game. It's just a pinball game. That's all it is. It's a pinball game, and I like it. It's not my favorite game. My favorite game? My favorite Sonic game is probably the very first game. And I stopped playing Sonic after that first game. Sonic 1. So Sonic 1 is my favorite Sonic game. I really stopped playing Sonic after that, son. I never owned a Genesis. I'm just keeping it 100 with you. Okay. But you are a Sonic the Hedgehog game on channel only.
No, right
just
now.
Just like RGT 56085.
There's
RGT 85
Sonic
is a Nintendo.
YouTubers,
I get it. And you're finding your lane.
There's
and you're finding your lane and you're trying to run with it. Daddy's lane is what? What is my lane?
Your lane is knowledge and understanding. God.
Yes, but God is bigger than. God is bigger than.
God is bigger than God.
God is bigger than. Intelligent movement.
Hip hop.
There it is, son. God is bigger than hip hop. The fact that we can't say that is the problem. And that's what they acting like. They acting like LGBTQ is bigger than hip hop, and it's like no, it's not bigger than hip hop.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
And we're late.
The only thing bigger than hip hop is God. God is the author of hip hop. So we're gonna continue to create this content to help y'all understand and hopefully achieve peace, compassion, unity, like us. One, God, our Father,
God,
the art of time, Yehoda, heaven, Yehoda. See y'all later. Bye.